1000 here at Suzuki. I want to ride this. Look at the paint schemes they've done on these things this year. These are awesome. Black and gray. Same as on the Busa. Awesome. Alright, so the idea here is we get a basis of comparison. Nothing more. Okay. Okay, go ahead. I'm like rushing to start. On. Alright, I guess we're good. Alright, so here we go, a little bit more aggressive position. Ride your favorite dog. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Just gotta love it, man. I'm sorry. Let's see if we can not wreck it now. I just chose this bike because I'm very familiar with it. Ridden it a whole bunch of times. It'll give me a good comparison for the other ones. The 207. See, that's mellow, man. That is mellow. I'd say the FZ-09 throttle response was more aggressive than that, but the handling of this bike is so much better. What mode are we in here? I mean, you just have a hard time going wrong with this bike. It's noticeably bigger and heavier than either of those two bikes, but it's nice and stable. And I'm sorry, it just doesn't overpower you. I mean, you probably could kill yourself on this bike, but it's just got just enough power right there where you need it, right where you want it. All you got to do is not ride it like a jackass. You got to be careful going over this hill. You know, tire's a little bit cold. I'd say it's even more mellow than the other bikes, as opposed to in terms of power delivery. So we're going to have to watch that. I can't see what it's in. It doesn't feel overpowering. I'm sorry, it just feels adequate. I just don't feel like stuffing it in any of these turns. I knew the Suzuki guys would be much faster. I'm not even trying to keep up with them. Some of these turns are just too fucking heinous. But this bike is just so much easier to ride fast. I just absolutely love this fucking bike. The fucking rocket ship that handles just fast enough for the street is all you need in terms of quick handling. Easy shit to ride, Just have to be careful, be cautious, not let it get ahead of you. Like this turn right here, we're going to definitely ease up on it. Don't see those damn modes. I don't have time to mess with it right now. Just goes where you want it, does what you want it to do, and has the gas, the power. The delivery is nice and smooth and silky and just kicks butt. And if they tried to make those two bikes really compete with this one, they failed. You just have to be careful not to fucking go flying in the corners with it. Now, sure, maybe, you know, a 600 can handle a little faster. You know, 750 definitely can handle a little faster, but you don't need it to handle faster on the street. What you want is stable, planted, secure, confidence, like a mini Busa. The piece that the Busa is missing. And that is exactly what this bike has. Just a couple of ticks faster in this response fucking of handling. But not quite so much torque, but still just nice and silky smooth off the throttle. This bike is a work of art. .4,000 RPM, fourth gear, 52 miles an hour. I could ride this bike forever, except for my nuts are maybe hurting a little bit already from leaning against the tank, admittedly. So you have to quite not lean up against the tank. I'm telling you, coming back, those Coronas are going to be a bitch. It's going to be an outright bitch. You've seen it already twice. At least one of them is a killer. I got to figure out what mode it's in. Hopefully, I can't see a way to do that. Let's see, meter. Won't give me the mode. Not giving me the mode. Takes too long to get the mode up. Don't have time to mess with it. Second gear, 44 miles an hour, 4,600 RPM. So it's 2 gears longer than the FZ-09. I mean, you're just talking right. Let's see how it handles these turns. $4,000. Like I said, this is why you don't want to go whipping around turns, man. You know, we have plenty of warning on here. This is the kind of shit that kill you in a minute. Riding these back roads, come around a corner, and this car stops. Throttle response is definitely softer than the FZ-09 in standard mode. Though I honestly don't know what mode this is in right now. Feels like B mode. So if let's go to fourth gear, fifth gear, 50, 55, 56 at 4,000 RPM. You just got to be careful not to get right up onto the tank. No question about it. If I'm in the center of the road, I'm going to ride these turns in the center and just see if I have any issues making these turns. Third gear, 4,500 RPM, 50 miles an hour. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's noticeably heavier steering. I mean, significantly heavier steering than the Gixxer 750. The thing is, it's plenty fast enough for the street, handling wise. This is a death corner right here. Come around this corner, can't see shit. Let's just sit back a little bit here. Probably a gear high. It just tracked right through there. No problem at all. One of these we definitely have to be cool on. Not like it's on rails like a R1 maybe, but a little bit, you know, just a little bit lively. Just what you want, man. Just the bike you really want right here. Casual, easy, competent, more than quick enough. All right, where is this death turn? $3,000 RPM, 48 and 5th. You just load it up like an arrow, point it, and shoot it, and it goes right where you want. Here it is. Or is this it? Yeah, this is it. Nope. It's the one where the last turn. It just looks easy, but it's a bitch. I don't have to get too close to this guy. So I would say, you know, the 750 is, you want the ultimate street bike, I would say, street sport bike. The 750 is probably it. It has enough power, and the handling is, like I said, significantly faster than this one. Much more like the 600s. But I just think it's short of breath. I think it just runs out of power. You just have to wind it too much. But this bike just cruises. You pick your line, you push the bar, you set on the outside, it sets, it just goes. It's so easy, so smooth like butter. Just goes right where you want it. I had to trail brake a little deep into that corner. I like this. Right where you want it. I mean, it is just the shit. Clutch lever's not too much. Brakes are good. No, it doesn't have ABS and all that kind of shit. And so that's one thing I want to start doing now is somehow figure out how to actually instrument a bike and test the limits of braking and cornering, all the control inputs. You know, just find out what the limits are without riding the bike, and then ride the instrumented bike and see how I get, you know, how I feel in my normal riding close to those limits, and see if I'm leaving some performance in the bag when I really don't need to. Let's put it that way. It's like landing a fucking jetliner. Okay, we're coming down from 200 knots, making our turn on a final here. Final approach. Stay off the white line. Slow the bike down before we get to the gravel. The hardest thing about this bike. Not getting overly confident. Keeping just that 20% in reserve. So this is where the real show is. It's in the city center. They've got a park here in the middle. The GPS brought me here without a problem. Do the twisties. See? It didn't even stutter on me or anything like that. So the throttle is significantly less aggressive than the FZ-09 with more power. Well, about the same amount of power off idle and much more weight. Now we got some people here. Let's see what I do about this hottie. This chick working here is a fox. Oh man, I just gushing over this bike. This is unreal how good this bike is. Anyway, so step back here. Look. Thanks for the ride, man. Appreciate it. It's the best bike on the market, man. Every time I ride it, I'm gushing. I love that bike. Yeah, it's just perfect balance, power, handling. Whew. Yeah. I may have to trade my bike for one. I'm serious. Oh, it's awesome. It's just a question of whether I can do that. Yeah, it's all right. It's a little thirsty, little air. Doesn't quite really have the power that it kind of needs, you know. But this one is a blended power, good handling. I mean, it's just, oh man. So I totally sold on it. If I could just trade mine up for it. Anyway, guys.